Hey guys, thanks for popping in. Welcome back if you've already been here, and if you've never been here before, welcome for the first time. Another episode with me, Ginger, reacting to music videos. So today's music video was a request from one of my colleagues at work, and that was for me to review Jennings and Caitlynne Curtis, God We Need You Now. I was told that I would really enjoy the song, that it's pretty deep. And anyway, so I want to fulfill that request right now. I have heard the name Jennings, but I'm not familiar with the music. I'm not exactly sure where I've heard his name before, actually, to be honest with you, but I know I've heard of it, and I don't believe I've ever heard of Caitlynne Curtis. So let's check this one out. Let's just get right to it, okay?
Getting crazy, baby, chill. Don't medicate, just meditate. You waking up now, well, baby, you hella late. Educate, look at what's going on, let it resonate, accelerate. Find your inner hunger like you never ate. Agenda is to push the hate, separate and segregate.
That is so true. Every agenda, it seems like almost every big agenda out there is pushing to separate us, and it's just really sad.
Don't celebrate quite yet, the storm is coming, Q, for heaven's sake. Violence that they demonstrate, instigate and penetrate the values of our country, and our God is what they desecrate. My fighters ain't no featherweight, pulling out the seams of the fabric that they fabricate. They feed.
What did he just say? Pulling
of the fabric that they fabricate, they feed us featherweight, pulling out the seams of the fabric that they fabricate. They feed us lies, manipulate, intimidate through fear and force, forcing us to sit and wait till we come together, congregate, and then we liberate, praying that you give.
That's how we have to do it. We have to come together. This is a really weird time right now, where I feel like it's a dangerous time, really, and the work to divide us is just so strong. We have to come together. That's just the bottom line, in my belief. Give me strength to find some love amongst the hate, marching on these streets of blood till I see the golden gates. Troubadour and troubled souls, one of God's servants. Blades out, cut the grass till we see the serpents.
One day I hope you see the truth.
Wow.
This puppet show stays on because of you fools.
That voice is amazing.
We've been dancing with the devil way too long. I know it's fun, but get ready to pay your dues.
We've been dancing with the devil way too long. It's fun, but it's time to pay the dues. Well, we're going to talk about that one after this.
Oh God, come back home. This crazy world is filled with liars and abusers. We need you now before we're too far gone. I hope one day they finally see the truth.
Gentlemen in training is what that kid's shirt says. That's awesome.
God, we need you now.
I know the truth is hard to swallow, just digest it. Suspected something's going on, but chose to just neglect it. Deflected by some breaking news, oh, we just accept it. Expected just to fall in line and follow their perspective.
Distraction.
No question their objective, but I got a lot of questions. How these kids molested, but nobody's been arrested. Read it in the text.
Okay, guys, I have to stop there. Kids being abused, nobody's been arrested. That's big. I mean, that is so true. I don't know how we don't have names. I mean, the whole Epstein thing and all that kind of stuff. And just for disclosure, I've done a good amount of volunteer work for different organizations that work against child exploitation, and it's sick, and something has to happen. It has to change. It has to stop.
Estimate these children are protected, so I'm fighting all these terrorists, both foreign and domestic. Refuse to be directed, blind, not a sheep. Only kneel to my God, so I'm dying on my feet. Silence when we speak, but there's violence in the street. I've been rolling with the punches, I can't take it on the cheap. Drink from a glass half full, I'm optimistic. People are sadistic, so vicious and malicious. Praying for assistance to overcome opposition, or I'm gonna start resisting, and then I'll pray for forgiveness.
One day I hope you see the truth. This puppet show stays on because of you fools.
The puppet show goes on because of you fools, something like that. I think the fools that she's referring to are people who refuse to see the truth of what's going on. All the divisive narratives, all the lies, all the deceit, and all the abuse.
We've been dancing with the devil way too long. I know it's fun, but get ready to pay your dues. Oh God, come back home. This crazy world is filled with liars and abusers. We need you now before we're too far gone. I hope one day they finally see the truth.
I got the chills, guys. That's so deep and true. So deep.
We need you now. We need you now. One day, one day, one day. Oh, one day, I hope you see the truth.
Breaking free.
This puppet show stays on because of you fools. We've been dancing with the devil way too long. I know it's fun, but get ready to pay your dues. Oh God, come back home. This crazy world is filled with liars and abusers. We need you now before we're too far gone. I hope one day they finally see the truth. God, we need you now.
Oh, it's just heartbreaking. She's still there. Whoa, guys. That's kind of, that's actually kind of making me feel pretty emotional. That gave me goosebumps because it's so true and it's so real. Wow, I have a lot to say about that. My brain is full with a lot of things. It does feel like we need some God or some morality back into our world. I mean, there's a lot of sickness going on, that's for sure. The child part, of course, really got to me, and seeing the kid at the end, you know, being carried like that. I don't know, it was pretty heart-wrenching to me. And then I wanted to go back to that line. What did she say? We've been dancing with the devil way too long, and something about it's time to pay the dues. You know, I think one of the things that we need to be really careful of, and have gotten us into some big trouble right now, is convenience and comfort, and keeping our eyes closed to the reality of what's going on in terms of just, again, I talked about the children thing, but you know, more so just in terms of the lies and the manipulation that's kind of being perpetrated on the general public of the world, not just this country. I mean, all in the name of control, really. And it's really heavy to acknowledge, and a lot of us want to keep our eyes closed. I definitely fell into that camp years ago, and just buried my head in the sand and didn't want to know what was going on because it was kind of too painful. But the problem is it leads to these things going unchecked. And I did hear some hope in this song think at one point he said he was optimistic, even with all the other stuff that he was clearly pointing out in the song. And I too am optimistic, and here's why. I think we have a long way to go, but I really do believe in my heart of hearts, that if we can see through this lie of division, I mean, there's always going to be, frankly, assholes out there who are going to treat somebody else in a bad way, but for the most part, we actually have so much more in common than we don't. And if we could see through that lie, that veil of division that has been dropped between us, and lift it and get rid of it, and come to grips with all the things that we actually have in common, things that we want for our families, hopes and dreams for our kids and for ourselves, and that kind of thing. I really think that we can build a better world and our country and our neighborhoods together. I really do. I just think there's so much manufactured nonsense that's been pushed our way. Again, united we stand, divided we fall. So that's my answer when people say, well, why would more elite people or whatever of the world want to divide us? That's why. Because united, we are so much stronger than divided, where we were literally just very, very weak. So, is that it? I don't know. Song was just deep. It's not a typical style of music I listen to. I really did enjoy the song. Got into it more as it went along. But I don't really care what style song it is, if it's speaking those kind of facts and hopefully provoking people to think more deeply. And again, I think a big message in the song is to wake up and think for yourself, right? Think for yourself. Anyway, I really enjoyed that song. Now I'm glad I know who Struggle Jennings actually is, and Caitlynne's voice was great. I mean, it was very good. The song was haunting. It was real. It was deep. I enjoyed it. Like I said, different than what I normally listen to, but I really did like it, and I'm very likely to listen to it again and recommend it to other people. So I really enjoyed that song, and I may be doing another one. I've gone down the home free rabbit hole, and it's hard for me to kind of come out of that. So I want to keep listening to those songs. So I'm probably going to throw another one in this evening if I'm able to do so, because I want to listen to one. But anyway, thank you all so much for coming in. If you feel so inclined, please like, share, and subscribe. That would really help me out a lot. I'm a brand new channel trying to grow, and I would appreciate that. And in the meantime, have a great evening, and go out there, take care of each other, and above all else, stay free. Peace, guys. Take care.